Guys, Rock's back again with another daily review. I'm going to be going over 8 charts today, looking at some of the trading opportunities that we could have taken based on the break and retest strategy that we've been learning, which of course would include the patterns that are provided to you guys, and obviously the market structure knowledge that we're now applying. So looking at the euro pound, what can we see? Well, in its simplest form, guys, we can see that we're looking for sell opportunities only. Why? Well, we can see the market was in a strong push to the upside. We can also see that we had a short-term trend line. Price was stepping up, which clearly indicated that price was obviously moving in an upward direction at this moment in time, keeping it very simple. What did we notice here? Price started to tail off. Unfortunately, didn't have enough momentum to break the structure to give us a new structure high. What happened? Finally had some strong momentum to the downside. And then we can see prices now started to create a new support level. When we drop down to the 1 hour time frame, what can we see? Well, we can see price is obviously now in a downward trending market. Wouldn't call it trending, actually. I would say a sell bias market based on our understanding. We can see that price has tried on many occasions to attempt this structure, break the structure high, but has failed to do so. As you guys are clearly aware, all we need to do is bring our sword and shield, or shield and sword, to the market. We place it against the structure levels. We, of course, wait for price to come into our sell range. And as you can see from this example, we probably would have got it triggered into this trade. With this candle here, this was about 9 o'clock this morning. Certainly, I wouldn't have got triggered in as a trade from 10, but those that trade early would have got triggered in. And we have a nice small stop loss. In this instance, it's 5 pips. And we have here a 20 pip reward. If we keep it real, we're going for 1 to 3 as a base minimum. We can see that we would have taken profit at the close of this candle here. So this was a beautiful trading opportunity today. For those that took it, very well done. For those that didn't, let's look out for these patterns as we continue the week. Today's only Monday. Looking at pound dollar, what can we see? Well, looking at this market structure, we can see that we are now looking for buys only. See prices stepping up. Based on market structure knowledge, we can obviously be anticipating buying opportunities based on this information, not forgetting though that price is topping out at this level and failing to break it. So we could also now be in what we call a range of market, so be mindful of that also. We're only looking for buys, so when we drop down to the 1 hour time frame, we're only looking for price to come back to strong support levels, which in this case was this here. This, if you would class it as a support level, I would bear in mind that this is only a 1 hour formed support level. This is a pile of 4 plus 1 1 hour candles, which only forms 1 hour's worth of information at this level. Okay, so just be mindful, guys. We're now waiting for this 4 hour candle to close to give us some more information, and then all we simply do is just wait for price to come back to our levels to then look for opportunities to buy or sell. So no trades on GU today. Swiss franc, what can we see? Well, based on market structure knowledge, we know that we are only looking for sells in this instance. We have a strong resistance level here, and we also have new structure lows at this level. As you can see the space to the downside. So what do? We know that we're in a sell bias market. We drop down to our lower time frames. Remember, we never change, move, or adjust the 4 hour key levels. We wait for price to pull out of these levels, as you know, and then of course we bring our shield and sword to the market, and then you guys know how to enter. Unfortunately, we would have got triggered in with this candle, and then of course you can see price reverse on us, unfortunately taking us out. So we have a small loss here on Swiss franc. So at this moment in time, we are 1-1 with 1 win and 1 loss. When we look at pound yen, what can we see, guys? Well, looking at market structure, we're now looking for buys only. We can see that price was in strong push to the downside. We have a nice short-term trend here. Price finally broke it, came back to structure. Okay, maybe not that extreme. Let's do this properly. So price was in a strong momentum downside. We have our trend line. We have a break of our trend line back to structure. If you notice, this is a 4 hour time frame, guys, so it's very important to observe this. We are not breaking structure lows. Price then came away from this level, came back for now what we would call a nice support level. And then, as you know how we enter the market, around this level, we would have had a great buying opportunity if this was the time to trade. So now we know where buyers only. What are we looking for? Well, let's drop down to our hour time frame. In this instance, guys, we're waiting for price to break the structure, come back for support, and then continue to the upside. Remember, we're not removing this, we're not changing it, we don't care. This is our 4-hour level. If it can be adjusted on the 4 hours, adjust on the 4 hours, but right now we understand what we're looking for. As we can see, price never came back for any sort of retest around these levels to give us a clear buying opportunity. So again, no trade on GJ, but nice to see what price is doing at this moment in time. But of course, I will not be trading Asian session. So still 1-1 at the moment, 1 loss, 1 win, or 1 win, 1 loss. Let's have a look at Euro USD. Based on market structure, the patterns you guys are learning, we know what's happening here. Price is in a strong push to the upside, broke its trend line, came back to this level, as we can see, as a strong level of resistance, broke market structure to the left, came back for what we call a picture perfect retest. When we jump down to the 1 hour time frame, what can we see, guys? Well, we can see price doing exactly that. We know we're in a sell bias market only, so we are only looking for sell opportunities. If we have a look at the times on this, this candle here was at 9 o'clock, so this would not have been a trade opportunity for me. The next opportunity that I probably would have got in the market was here. This was around 10 o'clock. What are we doing, guys? We're just bringing our shield and sword to the market. We're setting our trade against market structure, and then of course all we're waiting for price to do is get us into this trade. And in this instance, I just want to point out to you guys that we did get triggered into this trade with this candle at 10 o'clock. Price did come back to this level and of course stop us out, which is fairly unfortunate. But remember, we don't lose our wits about us, guys. What we do is we just wait. Price then came back into this level, gave us a nice rejection wick. This is strong indication that price is going to continue to do what we believe it's going to do, which is continue down. You can then set your trade again and have a beautiful, nice winning opportunity. So another great trading opportunity on Euro USD. Be mindful of this, guys. We are now at 2-2, so a small loss here based on this wick, but of course, call it a little stop hunt there. Never mind. Let's have a look at another pair. UJ, what can we see? Well, UJ is beautiful, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Again, another picture perfect trade. Price was pushing to the downside, extremely strong. Broke its trend line, came back to a strong level of support, as you can see from the left. And what happened? Price rallied up. We know now that we're in a buy bias market, so we're only looking for buy opportunities. When we go to the hourly time frame, look what we can see here, guys. We can see that price failed to break structure levels at the support. We know that price has previously broke its structure highs to the left. Now this is a strong indication that we can get into a buying opportunity. So as you know what we do, we simply bring our shield and sword to the market. We wait for price to come into our structure levels. If we look at the times here, this was 11 o'clock, and this is your 10 o'clock candle for me. So this would have been my opportunity to get into the market. We also know with the structure, guys, that price is going to continue down to these levels. So sometimes it's best just to wait for price to do that. In this instance, we can see that price eventually done exactly what we know it to do, break our 4-hour levels, give us a nice false breakout, which is something that we want, and then price rallies back to the upside, giving us a nice, beautiful trade with a, in this instance, let's draw this correctly, 5 pip stop loss, 15 pip target. Let's get this down here. Tiny bit more. Doesn't matter, nope. But there you go, guys. Another winning opportunity. For those in the community that took this trade, absolutely fantastic. Well done. Nice positive results there. So now we're at 3-2, guys, on the trading day. And we're looking at UCAD. What can we see with this pair? Well, we can see now that we are potentially continuing to the upside. We know that price is stepping up long term. Again, we're stepping up now. We see small term structure here, which is what we're focusing on. We see price breaking this structured trend line to the upside, came down, pulled back away, came back for a nice retest. We know it's a strong support based on past history. And then how do we enter the market? Well, you all know. We wait for price to come down. This was your 9 o'clock candle. This is your 10 o'clock candle. So you definitely would have got in this trade. Wait for price to come into your sell range. And then you can see the results here. We got triggered in with this candle and TP all the way up here. This is a nice 10 pip stop loss, 30 pip target. So the reward would have been absolutely phenomenal on this. So phenomena on this. So absolutely great trading opportunity again. And kind of lost count where we are with our wins and losses. We'll go back to it. But final pair we'll look at is EJ. We can see at this moment in time, the last few 4-hour candles. This is 12 hours worth of candles. Have done nothing but move sideways. So there's no point even discussing this one. There was definitely no trading opportunity here. So we had a nice win on Euro Pound. We had no trade on Pound Dollar. We had a loss on Swiss Franc Yen. So we're 1-1. Pound Yen, no trade. Euro Dollar, we had a win. So that's 2-1. UJ, we had a win. So that's 3-1. UCAD, we had a win. So that's 4-1. Out of 8 pairs, there was 5 trading opportunities today. Provided that you stick to the rules and everything that you've learned, and you had 4 opportunities to take winning trades. Minus the small little stop outs. Depends if your stop loss was a tiny bit bigger, tiny bit less, whatever it was. There was 4 winning trade opportunities today based on everything that you've learned. So guys, stick to the plan, stick to the criteria, bring your sword and shield to the market, and wait for the market to give you those opportunities to enter and then take your trades, okay? Hope you guys enjoy this. We'll catch up